Welcome to Unspoken Minutes, the channel where the internet's darkest whispers come to life. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because tonight we're venturing into the eerie corners of Reddit where ordinary people have shared extraordinary terror. Did you know that over 100 million people use Reddit daily? Among those users are countless individuals sharing their scariest experiences. Today, we'll delve into 7 of the most spine-tingling real-life horror stories ever posted. These stories go beyond fiction. They're raw, unfiltered accounts from people who experienced them firsthand. Let's dive into the terror. 1. The man in the window. It started as something harmless, muddy footprints outside the bedroom window of a Redditor living alone in the countryside. At first they blamed animals or maybe a prank, but the footprints kept returning, fresh each morning. The window overlooked their bedroom, where they slept with the blinds open, an eerie realization once they noticed the pattern. Concerned, the Redditor installed a security camera, mostly to confirm their suspicions about animals, but what they found made their blood run cold. One night, around 3:17 a.m., a notification buzzed their phone. Motion detected. The footage showed a man standing completely still, inches from the window, face obscured by darkness, just watching. Police responded but could never identify the man. No arrests, no leads. The Redditor posted the video online, which spread quickly, prompting others to share similar experiences. They moved out within a week, but to this day, they never found out who or what was watching them. This story sparked debates about the limits of personal security and what people miss when they don't check their surroundings. Is your home truly safe when you're asleep? 2. The voice on the baby monitor.
I used to think baby monitors were just one of those modern conveniences. An extra set of...
Her baby monitor, a regular audio model spec, would sometimes pick up static or interference. At first, she thought nothing of it, but one night she was startled awake by a voice. "Don't worry, little one. I'm watching you." Frozen with fear, she rushed to the nursery. Nothing. Her baby was fine, the room empty. She checked the monitor and rewound the feed. The voice was clear, male, calm, almost affectionate. She posted the audio to Reddit. Users ruled out baby monitor hacking, explaining that it's usually random noise. But this voice was distinct. Others shared similar tales, creating a thread of mysterious voices, many directed at children, some even saying names that hadn't been mentioned publicly. She replaced the monitor, and the voice never came back. But the question remains, was someone speaking through the device, or was it something beyond explanation? 3. The locked room. College is often the first time people live on their own, which means discovering the quirks of old rental properties. For one Redditor, their college house had a locked basement door. The landlord said it was for storage and asked them not to open it. No big deal, until the sound started. Late at night, faint tapping, low humming. The door didn't shake or open, but the sounds came regularly. The students' curiosity grew. During spring break, with the house to themselves, they broke the lock and opened the door. Inside was a windowless, soundproofed room with only a metal chair in the center, bolted to the floor. Next to it, restraints, nothing else. The user took pictures, uploaded them to Reddit, and called the police. By the time authorities came, the landlord had disappeared. The listing was pulled offline. The house was later condemned. No explanation was ever given, and the post was mysteriously deleted a week later. 4. The Doppelgänger Sister. Not all horror stories involve violence. Sometimes it's the things you can't explain that haunt you the most. A young Redditor recalled a day from her childhood. She walked into the kitchen and saw her older sister eating cereal at the table. She greeted her, no response. She thought her sister was ignoring her, so she went to the living room, where her sister was watching cartoons. Confused, she ran back, and the kitchen was empty. She posted the story years later, asking if anyone had experienced something similar. The post exploded with responses. Stories of seeing family members in places they weren't. Identical movements, mirrored gestures. Many describe these occurrences as glitches or doppelganger sightings. Science offers explanations like false memories or sleep-related hallucinations, but thousands of users insisted their experiences were too vivid, too real. Was it a momentary fracture in time? A paranormal double question mark? Or a shared human phenomenon with no known cause? 5. The Screaming Woods. Camping in Pennsylvania is supposed to be peaceful. Nature, stars, silence. But one Redditor, a seasoned hiker, describes something entirely different in a forest known locally as Whistler's Hollow. They were several miles into the woods when, at exactly 3:12 a.m., they heard screaming. Not just yelling, a shrill, high-pitched scream that seemed to echo unnaturally through the trees. Thinking someone was in trouble, they tried to follow the sound, but it kept moving, always just out of reach. They later learned that other hikers had reported hearing the same thing, always at 3:12, always from different directions. Some described it as a woman, others as a child. No one ever found the source. Park officials denied anything unusual, but Reddit users unearthed older stories. Indigenous legends warning of spirits that lure wanderers with cries for help. One user even claimed to have found scratch marks near their tent after hearing the scream. 6. The clock that counts down. Sometimes horror finds you through inheritance. A Redditor inherited a grandfather clock from their late aunt. Beautiful, antique, and totally silent. It didn't chime, it didn't tick, but it had a small digital display at the base, a countdown timer. They assumed it was a malfunction, or perhaps a leftover setting. They ignored it until it hit 0. That day, their dog, perfectly healthy, died unexpectedly. The timer reset to another seemingly random number. Out of curiosity and dread, they watched it again. The second countdown ended as they got into a car accident. They weren't injured, but shaken. The third countdown ended with a friend's cancer diagnosis. After the fourth, they smashed the clock with a sledgehammer. Users debated the logic. Was it coincidence? A psychological loop? Or something darker? The post received tens of thousands of comments and theories, but no answers. The only certainty? Time could be a terrifying thing to measure. 7. The final post. Some stories don't end, they vanish. A prolific writer in r/Nose Leap, known as Last Light 92, regularly posted high-quality horror fiction. But then, one day, they shared a post titled, "This One's Real." The story described a shadow figure following them in real life. Not just a presence, but something that moved, mirrored their actions, even called them by name in dreams. The post ended with the words, "If I stop posting, it found me." And then, silence. The Redditor disappeared. Their account remained for a while, then was deleted. But others had screenshots. A few users claimed to have received direct messages before the account vanished. Distorted images of dark hallways, a face reflected in glass, a door slightly ajar. To this day, no one knows what happened. Was it the perfect piece of horror fiction? A real descent into paranoia? Or something unexplainable? Which of these horror stories chilled you the most? Let us know in the comments and subscribe to Unspoken Minutes for more real-life mysteries, horrors, and eerie tales pulled straight from the web. And before you go, when was the last time you looked out your window at night? Are you sure no one was looking back?
Let me know in the comments. And if you want more stories from the shadows, like, share, and subscribe for more haunting encounters, strange cases, and chilling mysteries. Thanks for watching and stay curious.